Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, everyone. So, welcome, friends, to our Hope Talk, a space where we come together to nurture the seeds of optimism within us. In a world often clouded by uncertainty, so let's take this moment to cultivate hope, to remind ourselves of the power of resilience and the beauty of possibility. Here we ignite the flames of positivity, lighting up the darkness within the warmth of our collective optimism. So, with that, I would like to introduce to you our NGN passer, Miss Julie Esther Gambol, USRN.
Hello po, sir. Salamat po.
Kamusta po ang pakiramdam, Ma'am Esther?
Parang mas kinabahan po ako sa Hope Talk kaysa sa exam.
First of all, Miss Esther, thank you po for accepting our invitation to attend this Hope Talk. This is our platform now to share our stories, to give inspiration and motivation to our students. But before that, Miss Esther, we would like to know you better. Can you give us your educational background, like your working experience, where did you study, leading up to taking the NCLEX exam?
Good evening po, everyone. And I would like to thank also IPAS for this opportunity po to share with you my NCLEX journey. To start with, I am Julie Esther Gaviola Gambol. Yung nickname ko po, they call me Chips also. At work, ganun din po sa tahanan po namin. I'm 41 years old. I'm a mother of 3 boys and 1 big baby boy. Yung husband ko po. Tapos, I finished my college, BSN course po at University of St. Paul University, Tuguegarao City, 2002. At the same year, I took the board exam and passed it also. Pero po, since I was just 20 years old when I passed the board exam, the Philippine licensure exam, I have to wait for 1 more year bago ko po nakuha yung license ko. And then after that, I served as a full-time missionary for the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints for 1.5 years. And then, after po nung ko mag-mission, that's the time na nakapag-start na po ako ng nursing career. I worked at Makati Medical Center for almost 3 years. And then, ano pa ako doon? MS nurse po ako doon. I got married, but unfortunately, yung first baby po namin, I had miscarriage. That's why I resigned. I resigned po sa Makati Med and then opted to be a clinical instructor at the College of Nursing of Makati Medical Center. Before it was called RTRMS. Nagturo po ako doon bilang clinical instructor for 1.5 years. And nagkaroon po kami I was pregnant po. Doon po ako nagkaroon ng second na pregnancy. Pero unfortunately, pretty sensitive po talaga yung pregnancy ko all throughout. From the start up to the very end. That's why the doctor recommended bed rest po. So I quit my nursing career. Doon po talaga nag-stop po yung nursing career ko. 2009. So I took care of my children. After po nun, yun na, nagkaroon ako ng baby, 2009, 13, and 2015. Pero in between po noon, I took up education. And then, nag-master po ako ng special education. And then in between that, I became a preschool teacher. So from a college teacher, I became a preschool teacher po. Ayan, yan yung medyo segue po ng buhay ko. Tapos in between that, nag-take din po ako ng mga masteral units ko po. When my children grew bigger, 8 years old na po yung bunso, 2021. So from 2009 to 2021, I decided to go back to nursing. And ako, ang tagal, 14 years po yata yun na ako na. Tapos in 2021, I decided to go back na po and work. Kasagsagan din po ng COVID time na yun. So, nag-work po ako sa St. Luke's Medical Center, Global City. And I was assigned at Wellness Center po. I was a wellness and health and wellness nurse po. Yun po, hanggang I stayed there, worked there for a year. Unfortunately, I have to resign kasi both of my parents are going to the US for a vacation po. And no one will take care of the boys. So I have no choice but to stop working again. So after that, para hindi po masayang yung time, I took the chance to review and take po the NCLEX. Ayun po.
Wow, what a nice background po, Ma'am Esther. Or Ma'am Chips. Chips po ba?
Ever.
How did your clinical experience contribute to your preparation, ma'am?
Personally po, malaki po yung utang na loob ko din po sa mga hospitals where I have been to. Because first and foremost, they were both Makati Medical Center and St. Luke's Global City are both international hospital. They are JCI accredited. So I did not have a hard time understanding a few concepts po while preparing for my NCLEX. Kasi basically yung practices, not all of the practices though, pero yung mga practices po nila, I was able to adjust naman po with the terms, ganyan.
On the side note lang, ma'am, you are under which board of nursing po?
Illinois.
Illinois Board of Nursing. Were there any struggles po while waiting for the eligibility?
I cannot remember. Parang wala naman po. Kasi with IPAS, it was very smooth sailing. I did not have a hard time. Never akong nagkaroon ng problem with the IPAS processing. That's something I am very thankful for. Kasi it lessened my anxiety. That really helped me a lot in preparation for my NCLEX. Yeah. Kasi hindi po talaga ako techie. Hindi ako magaling sa mga bagay na ganyan. Pero with IPAS, with the help of IPAS po, sulit.
That's nice to
Sulit
hear
po
po.
lahat.
Because
Opo.
I was supposed to ask that, Ma'am Esther, if you also process your documents under IPAS. And how was your experience?
did.
But it was a good experience from your side, no?
Yeah, it was a very good experience up until now. Because I'm preparing for my visa screen, for IELTS, and for the renewal of my license. Kahit kakapasa ko pa lang last year, but I have to renew this year. I have no choice. Pero talaga pong yung IPAS processing, very, very helpful po sila. Tsaka very, hindi po talaga ako nahihirapan. Kaya
That's nice to
malaki po yung
hear
utang
po.
na loob ko sa IPAS. Yeah, thank you IPAS. Buti po nag-exist kayo.
Thank you so much for that wonderful message po, no? For sure, malalaman din to at maririnig din to ng mga IPAS team natin on how they handle the situation of processing the documents under the IPAS. And when did you enroll with the review program po, Ma'am Chips?
I enrolled IPAS for review last May, 2023. Yung first 2 months, I was able to join the live sessions. It was kind of hard for me because I am not a night person. Sa IPAS po, di ba, the review starts at 9 and ends at 12. And sometimes it extends up to 1 in the morning, 2 in the morning. Ako po, I cannot really study yung nighttime. So anyway, isa po yun sa mga naging struggles ko. But anyway, after 2 months po, I wasn't able to finish the online class because I have work as a part-time teacher po at St. Paul University, Tuguegarao City, as a clinical instructor. So I was delayed for a month. Pero after po nung part-time job ko po sa St. Paul, I started reviewing again and going back to playing the replay po sessions of the things that I missed. So naging silent mode na, replay na lang.
So in the beginning, you attended the live discussion.
Yes.
Once you enrolled with the review program.
Yes.
And in the middle, you also access the recorded session.
Opo, towards the end, yung last month ko po.
That's how you structure your study review.
Yes, opo. I tried to join yung, delayed na po kasi talaga ako noon, nasa cycle 11 na eh. So, I have no choice but to attend the replay sessions na lang, recorded ones.
So mostly, Ma'am Esther, ilang months po kayo nag-study?
Kung bibilangin talaga yung study from May up until December, nag-aaral po ako.
So that is May to June,
6 months. 6 to 7 months. Opo, yeah.
And on your experience po, having a 6 to 7 months of review, do you think it's enough for you to pass the exam?
I think it was good enough naman na because in the first place po kasi when I started reviewing, I made the goal. So the goal was to really reach between 75 to 85 na score sa UWorld. Because that's what Ma'am Sang said. If you really want to make sure that you will pass the exam, you have to aim high. So that's the goal that I made. Sa mga practice test ko, 75 to 85%. So when I have reached that, sabi ko, sige, kaya ko na to. Kaya na to. Kasi sabi na rin naman ng UWorld, very high chance of passing. Kaya I just trusted myself and then I said, sige, tinake ko na rin yung exam ko ng December po.
Then how do you handle po dun sa handouts ni IPAS?
When I was still joining the lectures, I made sure before joining the lecture that I will read the roadmap. So that's how I study. Binabasa ko po muna yung roadmap and then I will attend the session at night. Tapos, during the day, nire-review ko rin po yung mga pinag-aralan po from yung mga previous na pinag-aralan. But it's not always the same. There are times that I'm tired kasi nga po, I have to wake up 4 in the morning to take care of the kids. Kasi pang umaga sila. They have to be at school at 5:20 in the morning.
Wow.
So, yeah. So sometimes I only have very few number of hours of sleep. And then I have to wake up in the morning. Tapos po, in between, I have to do chores. So, medyo nagja-juggle po talaga yung time. Buti na lang po, I'm not working. Pero yan po yung mga ginagawa ko. So, I study the roadmap first and then attend the session. Tapos po, there was a time when I stopped live session na nga, I have to do the recorded ones. What I do, I just jot down notes. I make sure na before moving on to the next topic, or if I cannot understand things, and if I'm not yet done writing, I pause the recorded video and then I just write it down, yung mga natututunan ko po. Until it wouldn't make sense to me, I will keep on repeating and repeating the video. Ganun po yung style ko. Kasi parang ever since when I was college, that's how I study. If I have homeworks, I will read not just one book. I will read 2 to 3 books. So, ganun din po yung ginawa ko sa IPAS. When I cannot understand yung isang certain topic, I would research po in the internet. I will search and search and search until I would understand the topic, until the topic will make sense to me. So, aside from the recorded video, I do my research po. Tapos po, yung UWorld, it helped me also kasi I appreciate yung rationale po niya. I know it's long. There's not a lot of people who are patient reading the rationale. Pero ako po, personally, I appreciate the rationale of the UWorld, even if it's long, because reading it sa detailed niya, mas nagme-make sense sa akin. So, that's why I also appreciate Sir J's lectures. Di ba po si Sir J medyo detailed po siya? Hindi medyo. Detailed mo siya magturo.
Exactly.
So, yeah. So, yung lectures po niya, and si Sir Emil, I also like Sir Emil's lectures kasi very detailed po sila magturo. So, ako po personally, yun po yung preference ko. Detailed po talaga ako mag-aral.
Actually, Ma'am Esther, I noticed how you prepare your exam now. You really start with the basic. What is
Yes.
given to you by IPAS. So usually prior to starting of the orientation or the cycle, we also advise the students to read the roadmap. And that's what you did in the
Yes.
beginning as well. Were there times that when you're reading some questions, you cannot understand in the beginning? And are you trying to use simple language in a way?
The first time I attended yung IPAS na review, I cannot understand it. But come to think of it, I am not working for 14 years. Tapos I only had a chance to go to work for just a year. So, mahirap pong intindihin po ulit yung language. Lalo na po, I don't know, iba ang language ng NCLEX. It's totally different. The term, I had a hard time at first. Pero po, yung mga topics where I'm having a hard time with, nire-replay ko po kasi yung nung panonood ko na yun. In fact, yung pharmacology, I watched it 3 times. Yung kay Ma'am Sang na basic, safety, I cannot remember, I watched it 2 times. Kay Sir J, even if it's bloody, the cardio lecture, I watched it 2 times. Yung Hima and Onco, I watched it 2 times also. So after po noon, because I am used with the language, with the terms that they use, eventually it became easier for me. Lalo na po nung nag-UWorld ako. Yung UWorld kasi, medyo paulit-ulit din yung tanong. And I noticed, even if it's repetitive, each time that I write, kunwari, nasulat ko na yung topic na yun. Tapos na-encounter ko na naman siya. Hindi ko pa rin as clearly as possible na I wanted to. I still write it down. So hanggang eventually po, I got used with the language. That's why it's easier for me to understand everything. Hindi naman po everything, a lot of it na po.
Actually, I agree with you, Ma'am Esther, no? May mga terms and terminologies or how they phrase the question is really difficult to understand. But once you get the gist of it, like you do your practice questions every day, alam mo na yung flow kung paano.
Oh, yes.
And definitely preparing your NCLEX is really a crucial step towards becoming a licensed nurse. Eh. So
Yes.
it really requires dedication and commitment, most
I agree.
especially sa time.
I agree to that, sir. Ayoko po talaga magbuhat ng bangko. Pero this is how I feel when I took the exam. When each time they ask me a question na like, was the NCLEX hard? Tapos how was it? Ayoko po, hindi po ako nagmamayabang or what ha. Hindi po ako nahirapan ng exam, honestly. It was not hard at all. But yung pinaka nahirapan po ako was the review. Yung review po talaga yung nahirapan ako. Pero when I took the exam, especially when I was doing the practice test, umaabot na po ako ng 73, 75, I even reached 83. That's the time I gained confidence na rin na kaya ko na to. Pero the process itself wasn't easy. Yun po yung mahirap. So, ayun nga po yung sinabi ko sa batchmates ko na nasanay na lang din siguro ako sa hirap. Kaya when I took the exam, it was not as hard at all. Actually, nung bago po ako mag-exam, sabi ko, bakit po takot na takot mga tao dito sa NCLEX na to? Nakakainis, sabi ko. Kasi na-detense talaga ako. Na-detense talaga ako. Naiinis ako. Bakit ang daming tao ayaw mag-take ng NCLEX? Bakit sila na anxious? So sabi ko, sige nga, mag-take nga ako ng exam. I want to know how hard it is. Sabi ko, sige nga, tignan ko nga kung gaano po kahirap. So when I took the exam, mahirap po siya. Actually, mahirap siya. Mahirap siya. Siguro po dahil hindi ko rin masyadong na-master yung mga basics. Yung mga simple questions, dun po ako nahirapan. Sa process din po ng pagre-review ko, I noticed yung mga mali ko, yun po yung mga simple questions. Probably because yung mga practical questions, dun po ako palaging mali. So probably because nakafocus din po ako too much on the lectures, yung mga theories, ganyan. So, kung meron po akong time pa na babalikan, I would go back to yung mga practical questions. Kasi doon po talaga ako mahirap.
Yung beginning po ng review ninyo, it really will set your foundation mo
Yes,
to have your mastery concept
yes.
before you do your practice questions. And I also feel the same thing about the examination that you mentioned, Ma'am Esther.
Oh, yeah?
Na hindi ka masyado nahirapan. It's not about bragging. I need to correct you with that. Kasi hindi naman talaga siya about bragging. It's how you prepare for this examination. Am I correct to say that you have less anxiety in taking the exam?
Yes, sir. Opo.
Yeah.
Sabi nga nung ate ko kasi every time na nagiging pataas na ng pataas yung scores ko, sabi ko, thankful ako na nare-reach ko na yung mga goals ko. Sabi niya, Chips, take it easy. Ganito, ganyan. Kasi don't stress yourself too much. Sabi ko, sayang kasi yung pera. It's very expensive. Yung process na lang, it's very expensive. And though ready naman po ako to fail, or if in case I will not pass the exam, that's fine with me. Sabi ko sa sarili ko, sabi ko sa husband ko, sa family ko, I will just retake the exam if in case I fail. Pero yun nga po kagaya po ng sinabi nyo, the foundation that I laid, that the lecturers laid also, helped me na to get high scores sa UWorld. Because I remember the first time I tried, di ba po sa IPAS, there's an assessment. Yeah. Oh my gosh, nahihiya po ako sa kasi I just reached siguro 39% lang po. Hindi pa po yun UWorld ha. Sa IPAS pa lang po yun na practice. So, I had a hard time. Kasi hindi ko po naiintindihan yung mga questions. Even sa mga practice test po sa drills ni Sir Rai, I had a hard time. Kasi hindi ko pa po siya naiintindihan. But eventually, as I study and listen to my lectures and studied on my own pacing, tried to study and research more about the topics, yun nga po, things became easier po for me.
And to our students who have undergone their assessment, it's okay to have a low score. because it's just the beginning of your review. It's just to check where you at right now. I mean, what knowledge do you have? Just the stock knowledge, no? Hindi pa nagsa-start ang lecture, you have this score na. And we have to be thankful for it. At least we have this background from our previous education na meron pa rin talaga tayo. There's hope for us to continue in aiming the NCLEX. Right? And when it comes to the adjustment, I know in the beginning it's really hard to adjust. Not only the time, but how you adapt the knowledge or the inputs from the lecturers. How long does it take for you to get everything, Miss Esther?
Matagal po. Siguro po I get the hang of it, yung mga questions and lectures. Siguro po on my 4th or 5th month, or 4th month po, mga ganyan. Matagal po. Kasi po
Go
minsan
ahead.
pag si Ma'am Paula, she was trying to explain something, parang naiinis din ako sa sarili ko kasi parang ilang beses na nilang sinabi to, bakit nakakalimutan ko? So I was just thinking na, is it because I'm old? I'm 41 years old already. I was 41 years old when I started the review. So sabi ko, ang hirap naman maging matanda because I cannot remember everything. Honestly po, yung study habits ko din po kasi, hindi ako yung palasulat sa wall. Di ba po may mga ganon? Yung iba may ang dami nilang notes sa wall, hindi po talaga ako ganong klaseng person. Pero mahilig akong magsulat. Mahilig akong magsulat sa note. So each time na I have a spare time po to read, for example, while waiting for the ferry, while waiting for someone, ganyan, I always bring my notebook and I scan it. Kasi po, forgetful na po ako. That's one thing I noticed. Pero yun nga po, it takes time. So I guess I was patient with myself also. I just gave myself a chance to learn and to be patient sa pag-progress ko po sa practice test ko po. Pero hindi naman po kasi perfect yun kasi sir, a lot of times sabi ko, ano ba yan? I was on my 5th month. Sabi ko, yung score ko 69, 70. Masyado na po akong worried kasi sabi ko palapit na ng palapit yung exam. Bakit hindi ko pa nare-reach yung goal ko? So, those were the times also na sinasabi ko na sa husband ko, I don't want to take the exam anymore. It's so hard. Parang hindi ko kaya. Naiinis na talaga ako sa sarili ko. Pero I was just trying to comfort myself also and telling myself na it will take time. Ganyan ka rin nung college ka. So, mag-aral ka lang. Just give your best. O kung hindi ka makapasa, edi just retake. Pero you just have to be patient with yourself too.
And with the age naman na sinabi mo, Ma'am Esther, no, I believe na hindi po talaga sa age yan. I mean, it's a valid reason personally, probably, no? Pero we have a lot of passers who are older than us. They are in their 50s, 60s as well. And they're the epitome of being an NCLEX passer. Talaga, we look up to them. Imagine their progress on how they review with their own family, taking care of their own family, their health, and so on. And ang nursing naman, wala namang age limit. Most especially sa US, di ba? And I also noticed, Ma'am Esther, that you stay organized with your study materials. Besides from the IPAS review materials, do you use any study materials po?
Hindi po, sir. I bought both. There was a time na I don't want to look at the GC. Because sometimes I feel I'm left behind. Because my batchmates, they would say they're reading La Charity. Tama ba, La Charity? Tama yung title ng book, hindi ko pa alam. They were reading Saunders. They were reading this and that. Ako po, bumili ako ng books. Pero I wasn't even able to read the book because yung lectures itself na lang, medyo time-consuming na talaga siya sa akin, plus the roadmap. Tapos, yung nagbasa lang po ako sa internet ng mga topics po na hindi ko po naiintindihan. Pero I think, sir, yung sinabi niyo pong organized, I think that's very, very, very important. I just followed the IPAS calendar. Yun lang po talaga yung sinunod ko para hindi rin po ako maguluhan. And I trusted IPAS. I think that's one thing na very thankful talaga po ako sa IPAS. Because before po, when I was planning to review, I do not know where to start and how to start. So I was thinking, sige, mag-start muna ako sa Foundations of Nursing. I started reading the Foundations of Nursing book. Mahilig naman po akong
Mm.
magbasa. So sabi ko, kaya kong tsagain yun. Even the MS book, yung, di ba, we have MS book na makakapasok.
Yes.
Halos mabasa ko po talaga yun. Ganun po ako kahilig mag-aral. Pero, I told myself, I studied for 4 years. And I only have a couple of months to finish everything. Sabi ko, I cannot do that. I cannot do what I did when I was in college. So what I did, I trusted iPass talaga. So whatever they
Wow.
taught me, yeah, whatever they taught me, yun lang po yung inaral ko, plus the U-World. And true enough, again, hindi naman po sa, ayoko po talagang not to brag po, no? When I took the exam, probably po there are two topics lang na hindi ko alam. Because of iPass. I owe it to iPass.
That's nice to know. Kasi, alam mo, similar situation din, no? I also use iPass online review and the UWorld itself. So, do you agree that iPass review materials is more than enough to pass your exam?
Opo. Yeah. Kasi po siguro if I will stick on my study plan before meeting iPass, probably hindi ako nakapasa. There's a very big chance that I wouldn't pass. Because with my plan, reading the books na hindi pala kakailanganin or hindi pala siya lalabas sa exam, it's just gonna be a waste of time. So I'm thankful with the iPass, lalo na po yung mga trending topics ni Sir Rai.
Mm-mm.
Kasi yun po yung mga inaral ko po ulit. Ni-review, pahapyaw ko na lang siyang inaral. Yung mga pharmacology, yan po talaga yung sobrang hina ako. Pero, opo, see, I even watched it 3 times. I'm very
Same.
thankful to Ma'am Haya. She made things easier po. So yung pong mga lectures po ng iPass, I think good enough na po yun. Na
That's
makatulong po pass the exam. And for me po, the UWorld helped me a lot. Kasi nga po yung mga rationale niya. Tsaka there are some questions po na hindi masyadong na-discuss sa iPass. Pero sa UWorld, detailed, not super detailed, pero at least detailed po yung explanation ng rationale. So, yun po, big help po sa akin yung UWorld talaga.
Then, Ma'am Esther, no, during your course of review, did you avail any coaches po?
Oh yeah, yung coach po sa iPass. At first, I thought I don't need a coach.
Then
Hindi
what made
naman,
you decide po, no, to avail the coaches?
kasi I do not know what I'm gonna do.
Mm-hmm.
Kasi parang feeling ko confident naman po ako sa study habits ko. Pero when I met the coaches, I met Ma'am Robin and Ma'am Ann. Ano po, sila po yung naging encouragement po. Lalo na po nung I'm starting to have anxiety and doubts to myself. Yun po yung naging very helpful naman po sa akin. Kasi may nagtitiwala sa akin. They know me na because they've been to that process also. Tapos, I really appreciate their time talking to me and listening to whatever I want to say. Ganun po, up to the very end. Actually, si Ma'am Ann, I told her just earlier kasi she reminded me of this webinar po. And then I told her, Ma'am Ann, sabi ko, I am very thankful to you kasi your help is tantamount with the lecturers. So sabi ko sa kanya, yung lecturers, they gave me the intellectual and support that I need. Pero kayo po, you helped me emotionally and psychologically. So I wouldn't survive yung NCLEX journey ko without the coach.
Thank you so much for that, no, Ma'am Esther. To our students who don't know where to start, it's good to have your coaches alongside with you, especially if you don't know where to start and don't know what to do. Similar to Ma'am Esther's situation, no? Although we have this parang study habits na planado, but at least we have your coaches to somehow advise what will be the best study plan for you, because they will help you to understand how the review will be for this NCLEX. So, Ma'am Esther, you created a study schedule that works for you. And I also noticed consistency is the key in preparing effectively for the examination. And you did not hesitate po to seek help or clarification if you encounter challenging topics, or let's say a situation during your preparation. And
Opo.
you utilize po no, the resources of
Mhm.
everything po ni iPass. The
Yes.
support system is always available in iPass. You know, when we provide care to our patients, it's holistically. Here at iPass, we provide holistic care to our students as well. Not only we provide the lectures, the schedule, the study habits, but we provide also expert guidance by the coaches to our students, no?
Yes, I agree to that po. One thing po na na-appreciate ko talaga sa iPass is very holistic yung care nyo. Yeah, and also spiritual po na side. I want to share with you po na my review process wasn't easy. Kasi kagaya po niya, nanay din po ako. So, marami pong ginajuggle po na time. But I try to balance everything. Like, I make sure I have enough sleep. Kasi pag I don't have enough sleep, I am very grumpy and I'm lazy. I make sure na meron po akong enough na sleep. I made sure also that I eat healthy food. I
Mm-mm.
also made sure I exercise because the exercise helped me to have more energy.
Mm.
Ayun po. Pero I gained weight. Kasi po, lagi lang ako nakaupo. And when I'm having a hard time with the lectures, I just eat, try to eat to keep me awake. Pero those are the things that I do. Also, I'm very thankful sa IPAS kasi meron pong spiritual po na side. So also with me, before I study, I am praying. And I also, before studying, I read the scriptures. I read the Bible or to make sure to nourish my soul also. Yun po yung ginawa ko siguro. Binalance ko lang. And also, naku po, kami po ni Ma'am Anla Coachera po kami. Even if I have reviews, kunwari po niyan, meron po akong nightlife mamayang gabi. So hindi ako makaka-attend ng lecture. What I do, in the morning, I read the roadmap, and in the afternoon, I watch the recorded video from the other cycle. Tapos, sa gabi, nightlife. Ganun po yung ginawa ko. So, parang basically, binalance ko lang po talaga yung buhay. Because I don't want to be insane. And I don't want to be stressed too much and think of I and Lex as it's going to be the end of the world if in case I will not pass. So, chill lang po talaga. And I left everything to the Lord. Kung mapapasa ako, if it's really for me, it's for me. Ganun po. I
Parang
just made it fun.
you leave everything to the Lord. But besides po that, no, we also do our part in
Of
a way,
course.
no? And
Opo.
I really appreciate no for sharing this, Ma'am Esther, because really taking care of your physical and mental well-being during your NCLEX preparation is really important.
Opo.
Gaining weight is given. Lahat po tayo mag-gain weight talaga dyan. Kasi we have to sit down and, you know, attend to the lectures, which is really crucial in the beginning. And you know how to balance your study time with self-care activities. Important po yan, no, to maintain our focus and motivation. Somehow, we don't have to deprive ourselves
Mhm.
when it comes to unwinding, resting, because you work hard for it. Eh. You sacrifice your time for the study, for your future. But at the same time, like what you said, you do want to feel sane. Parang ganyan, di ba?
Opo.
Kaya I appreciate po no, for sharing this, especially to our students who are having this stressful moment when they are studying. Don't deprive yourself po in unwinding. But just have to make sure na it's valid po yung pag-unwinding nyo.
Opo, I remember nga po eh, the week before my exam, we went to Baguio with my children. Tapos, nauna po yung unwind kaysa sa anxiety. Kaya po, ay 2 weeks before the exam. So the week before the exam, when I tried to take the mock test,
Mhm.
oh my gosh. Meron po akong 69 na score doon. Talagang nagpanic ako kasi sabi ko, oh, nakalimutan. Parang nawala. Gone with the wind yung ano, sa bakasyon yung nireview ko. Pero ano naman po, at least naka-pick up ulit. Umabot ulit sa 75. Kaya sabi ko, ay, akala ko nakalimutan ko na. Pero yun po, wag naman po talagang masyadong subsob or tense sa pagre-review. Parang yung emotional well-being po and psychological or mental
Mhm.
well-being po is it's very important din.
That's why in the beginning po, no, we have this study plan so that we can plan kung kailan tayo mag-aaral, you can also plan ahead your gala in a way
Opo.
para at least you're looking forward something in a week, no?
Mhm.
That you're gonna have lunch or dinner with your family or with your friends. Then go back to reality again. You have to study and study and study. And Ma'am Esther, we wanted to know, a week before your exam, how was your experience leading up to your after passing the examination?
Before, oh my. Nung week po na yun, week before po ng exam, I just did what Ma'am Rosana said. Kasi po, I took the exam at 9 in the morning. So I have to make
Mm.
sure, parang prinogram ko na yung sarili ko, what time I will wake up, what time will I take the mock test, para awake ako. Kasi yung mga previous ko po na time, usually 9 o'clock, yun yung nap time ko, 9 to 10. Tapos mag-aaral ulit. So, binago ko po siya 2 weeks before hanggang 1 week before. So, kinondisyon ko na po yung sarili ko na yung mock test na to, kunwari ito na talaga yung exam. Ayan po. Tapos, during the exam, chill lang talaga ako. Ayoko pong attend. When I got there sa person view, sa examination center, I saw someone reviewing pa. So talagang na-tense ako doon. Parang, ano ba yan? Ayoko siyang tignan. Yung iba nagtatanungan pa. Pero ako sabi ko, ayoko nang i-stress yung sarili ko. Pero a day before the exam, nag-review pa po ako. Kasi parang gusto ko lang na na continuous lang yung momentum.
Yeah.
Pero when I was in college kasi, a day before the exam, di na ako nag-aral. Pero parang sabi ko, ayoko masyadong maging complacent. So a day before the exam, nag-mock test. Ang inaral ko, again, pharmacology. Inaral ko mga gamot. Yun lang yung inaral ko pala. Pagkatapos po nun, during the test, chill lang ako. Di ba bawal po mag-earrings? Walang jewelries. Pagdating ko doon, ito yung suot kong earrings.
Oh no.
I just want to be happy. And ano ko lang yung sarili ko na chill lang talaga. Pero tinanggal ko naman po ito. Tapos, kinausap ko rin yung mga tao doon. Happy lang po ako talaga. Tapos nagbaon ako ng croissant, hotdog, peppermint, mga essential oils, mga gamot, ganyan. Kasi baka mahirapan ako eh. Or baka magkasakit ako. So, pero po during the exam, when I was prompted by the computer to take the break, sabi ko, hindi na ako magbe-break. For some reason, napakayabang ko talaga. Sabi ko, kaya ko na to, tatapusin ko na to, matatapos ko na to ng 85. Kaya hindi na ako magbe-break. Magbe-break na lang ako pagdating ng 85. Kung hindi pa talaga meant, kailangan ko pang mag-further pa ng test, sige. Pero medyo sabi ko sa sarili ko, kaya ko na to, matatapos ko na to ng 85. Kind of confident naman po sa sarili ko na kaya ko nang tapusin ng 85. And true enough, after po ng 85, nag-shutdown na siya. So sabi ko, good luck, Chips. So, sabi ko sa sarili ko, kaya mo yan. Sana makapasa ka. So sabi ko na lang, bahala na yung Diyos. Kung makakapasa, makakapasa. Kung hindi, retake na lang. While waiting for the results, of course, natitense po ako. Pero I'm trying not to think about it. I received the result, the email from iPass, December 31.
Wow.
I just got home from a bridal shower. When I saw my phone, sabi ko, shoot, meron ng iPass result. Sabi ko sa husband ko, ganito, tignan mo yung result, hindi ko babasahin, hindi ko kayang basahin yung result. Tapos, pero pinipikit, ginaganon ko lang, sinisiplatan ko kasi hindi ko tignan yung message. Pero when I received the result, yung message, nakasulat doon, congratulations agad. Salamat sa Diyos. I'm very thankful. Masaya po ako, honestly. Masaya po ako na na-receive yung result. But at the same time, I congratulated myself. Sabi ko rin sa sarili ko na mapapasa mo. Alam ko naman na kaya mo. Mapapasa mo. Confident ako na kaya mo siya. So, parang hindi na rin ako masyadong na-surprise. Kasi nga po, yun nga, yung mga mock test pa lang, it shows na makakapasa ka niya eh. yung 85 pa nga, yung 83 nga lang, very high chance of passing. Masayang-masaya na ako. Kasi kaya ko na talagang ipasa tong exam. Kaya I was not really surprised. But I'm very happy. And I was proud of myself also. Kasi hindi lahat yon galing sa Diyos.
Yes.
Pero very thankful ako dahil binigyan ako ng Diyos ng knowledge. Pero malaki po yung part na ginawa ko eh. Yung I put into that talaga. Kaya I know I would pass the test.
Apart of what you have mentioned, Ma'am Esther, no, I noticed on your preparation, you do have this positive mindset. In a way, all throughout the preparation process, no, this will really help you to motivate and focus dun talaga sa goal mo.
Pero not all the time. There were times also na I feel down. Kagaya nga po no, na hindi ko na-reach yung mga goals ko. Gusto kong mag-quit. A lot of times na hindi po talaga ako motivated din. Pero yun nga po, yung iniisip ko na lang ang mahal ng nagastos ko dito. And merely thinking of my husband. Kasi yun yung reason, one of the reasons why I decided to go back to work. Kasi I know he's having a hard time also. And I wanted him to live long. That's why I told myself I have to go back to work. So I pushed myself also. Though I am enjoying as stay-at-home mom, sobrang nag-enjoy po talaga ako bilang nanay. Mahal ko rin yung asawa ko na ayokong mahirapan siya. Kaya kahit hindi naman sa labag, kahit na ganun, bumalik ako magtrabaho at nakikinig yung asawa ko sa harap ko. Kahit medyo lobag siya sa loob ko. Pero dahil gusto ko rin, I want him to live longer. Kaya sabi ko, kailangan ko nang tumulong. I have no choice but to help. Ayun po.
In a way, during your preparation, no, ma'am, parang talaga may partnership kayo. Yung
Opo.
ni husband, no?
Opo. Yun po yung naging motivation ko din. I don't want to fail him too. And I want to help the children to have a better future. Ganun po kasi lumalaki na po sila eh. Tsaka para po sa retirement po namin. Yung mga naging motivations ko kasi syempre, ang hirap naman po ng matanda ka na tapos wala ka pang pera. Sabi ko, ako, kailangan ko talagang magbanat pa ng buto. I have to get out of the comfort zone. Kasi nga po thinking na I'm old, parang feeling ko nakalawang na yung utak ko, ganyan. Pero positive lang din po talaga ako.
I agree, ma'am. You just expect that there will be ups and downs, no, along the way. But you just have to remain resilient in the face of any challenges. Learn from the setbacks and use them as your opportunities for growth and improvement. In a way, para talagang balik loob dito sa nursing review natin. And most especially your goal, no? Having your goal, for sure, ginamit mo ang SMART, ang SMART natin for this NCLEX. You have your own goal on when are you going to pass the exam. Most especially, you just have to believe in yourself that you're gonna pass the exam. That's what I like most about you for this process of your NCLEX review. And then, Ma'am Esther, what will be your advice po sa mga students natin who will be taking the NCLEX?
Gaya po ng sinabi niyo, you have to believe in yourself. Malaking factor po yun para to motivate you and to propel you to achieve your goals. To really believe in yourself. And having a goal, setting a goal, high goals. Hindi lang po, okay na, basta yung passing, makapasa lang. Parang, I don't know, siguro ganun lang din po talaga ako na I always aim high. Para at least, pagka bumagsak ka, medyo mataas pa rin yung bagsak mo. Hindi yung, andito na sa middle yung goal mo. Pag bumagsak ka ka talaga. So, aim high. Kasi, ano po naniniwala po ako na yung mind, yung brain po natin, it has the capacity to understand and grasp everything. Parang very small portion lang ng brain natin ang nagagamit natin sa totoong buhay. Pero binigyan tayo ng Diyos ng malaking brain. It has the capacity to absorb everything po talaga. So we just have to believe in ourselves po. Tapos yun, kailangan po talaga maging positive din tayo. Balance lang ng buhay, ganyan, tiwala sa Diyos. Siyempre, hindi naman po natin ma-achieve ang lahat ng to kung wala po yung tulong ng Diyos. So, yung spiritual life po, it's very important. Because I believe if we seek first the kingdom of God, all these things will be added unto you. So, yung everything that I do, I really owe it to the Lord. cannot do it without him po. Ayun po.
That's so
And trust iPass. Yung pong mga tinuturo ng iPass, oh my gosh, sobrang laking help po talaga nun to pass the NCLEX. Ayun po.
thank you so much po, Ma'am Esther, for providing advices to our classmates, no? And I was about to ask that, how did IPAS help you with achieving your American dream?
I do not know. I cannot express my gratitude to IPAS family, not just with the lecturers, but with the IPAS family po. From the staff, yung mga sumasagot po ng mga questions ko po sa messenger, yung mga tinatawagan ko, makulit po akong tao sa totoo lang. Kung marami po na dito ng IPAS family, ako, ay, oo, maraming tanong yan, si Ma'am Campo. Hindi ko po ganun talaga kilala ako. But they've been very, very, very patient with me. And they assisted me all the way. Yun po yung sa staff po. With the lecturers po, I am very thankful to them. Kasi they made things easier and simplified. With the lectures po. Tapos they made it fun also. Si Ma'am San, si Ma'am Rosana, and Sir Rai, I really appreciate it kasi kinapagaan po nila yung mga lectures po. Si Sir J po, I really appreciate po yung detailed po niya na pagtuturo po sa amin po. And with Ma'am Ann, thank you po sa support niya.
Appreciate po, Ma'am Esther, for those kind words para po sa ating entire IPAS family. And we
I
have
would always
Sir.
IPAS. Always, 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 always. Wherever I go, I always say, you enroll IPAS. Ay, papasok mo yan sa IPAS. Everything. Kaya pwede po talaga ako maging model ng IPAS.
Sige ma'am, re-recommend po namin. And we have the privilege, no, of having Miss Sir J Padong with us right now. Hi, Sir J.
I would like to congratulate Miss Julie. I was actually listening while I'm preparing. That's my that's my routine. Whenever we have Hope Talk, while preparing, after I wake up, of course, look at my wife's message from the Philippines, and then watch the Hope Talk. So I said like, okay, this is Julie. So this is another good Hope Talk, which is really, I really appreciate what you said, trusting us in IPAS. And with regards to my lecture, particularly yung mga detailed na lecture, yes, it will really help you guys. Totoo yun. Especially if you are kind of a detailed learner. Yun, makakatulong yun siya. So not that I'm a type of lecturer or a type of person or learner na detailed din, but it depends upon what's your style. Ganun yun. But yeah, so sa NGN din kasi, in your NGN, we need this kind of a style. Like you have to be detailed. Kasi nga, like I told in the orientation, you have to connect the dots, and those dots are the knowledge, the backed up knowledge, within the context of NCLEX that they are, the questions that they're asking. If you're not gonna build up more dots, for sure, you're not gonna build up knowledge, and then you're not able to connect them together, diba? So, one of the secrets there is to be more detailed in your knowledge, right? So para mas marami kang dots, the more dots you have, the more knowledge, the more chances of connecting them together, and of course, the more chances of getting the right answers, especially in your case studies. Okay, so yun, I like it. At the same time, you are also appreciated, UWorld, on my personal end. And I guess this is not only personal. This is also, a testimony of a lot of nurses who passed the exam. UWorld. Kasi ang rational talaga ng UWorld is really, is really helpful because it's very detailed. And it's very detailed in a sense that the target is for you to again get the concept, because in every exam that you are taking, concept is really important. Okay, so if you don't understand the concept, and I'm talking about, let's say the pathophysiology, what's the mechanism of that disease? If you don't know the mechanism of that disease, you're gonna have a problem in answering questions like, what's your diagnostics, what's your medications, what are the things that you need to do more importantly, in relation to that diagnosis. Okay, so that's how important your concepts are. Okay, so yan, UWorld is really good. Okay, so because again, like I said, they have the detailed explanation. On my preparation before, because I also use personally UWorld as my test bank, I do like questions. Okay, this will help you guys. I do questions and answers in the morning. For example, like 9 to 10, or it depends. During the time, I'm not doing anything because I just exited from Saudi that time. So I was doing UWorld in the morning, like 9 to 10, or let's say 9 to 11, 2 hours, questions. But the rest of the afternoon, everything is rational. And if I don't understand the concept or the rational, so the reason why I dwell more on the rational, because again, every rational, oh, I think I don't understand this one. You always ask yourself where to find a source, that makes you understand that particular concept. So that's why it takes me a while to like really, dig into the core of that knowledge. So just imagine like from 1 p.m. So I'll have a break, for example, like I'll be having my lunch, sometimes a little snack, and then down to 6 or 7 in the evening. So probably like in between like snacks. So that's only the rationale related to the 85 item question, for example. During that time it's only 75, in my U world. Or sometimes I can get up to 100. But everything is like rational in the afternoon. So that's how important understanding the rationale. And of course, along the way, you will encounter some difficult, topics, because in each rationale of each question, you can encounter some words or terminologies that you won't understand. So better understand those things, and then I guess you'll be okay. All right. But like I told you, it's okay to use mnemonics, but I'm not a person who loves really mnemonics. Sometimes a little bit, but because I don't know, I cannot really memorize mnemonics. Probably that's my weakness. But if you can memorize mnemonics, that's good. But more importantly, please understand what's behind the mnemonics. Okay? Because if you don't understand behind the mnemonics, you're just memorizing it, then might as well get an engineer or other professionals to take the exam. Because it can, they can easily memorize those stuff. But again, the principles behind it, that's more important. Okay? So yeah, so I hope you were inspired by Julie, and I love her Hope Talk. Yeah, so like you said, it's very holistic. It's not bragging or anything, but yeah, that's really my purpose when I started Pass. So I would like to provide some like holistic approach, because again, I'm always telling this that NCLEX is a little bit of everything. It's not only about mental, preparation. It's about emotional preparation as well. It's about everything. You all need it. Okay? You all need it before you pass the examination. And whenever you sit the exam, during the actual exam, you're just sitting pretty there. Sometimes you get anxious for sure. It's just normal as long as you don't panic. Okay? So I guess those are just normal as long as you prepared well, and then you're just getting ready with the battle. The real battle is actually the preparation, not the actual exam. Okay? And I hope it's going to give you some ideas and advices before you take your examination. Again, we have different learning styles. Okay, so maximize that learning styles. Like I said, if you want mnemonics, and you do mnemonics as long as you memorize the principles. If you don't like mnemonics, that's okay. All right, so it depends upon yourself. If you like colors, like because you're kind of a person who is like probably like an OC person with in terms of colors, that's fine. That's one way of organizing your knowledge as well. Do not underestimate your NCLEX, and do not also overestimate your NCLEX. Just a little, just adequate estimation in your NCLEX. So hindi naman pwedeng mag-sub-sub tayo for like studying the whole like night about the rational. So, in between, you can do some, if you like online games. Don't deprive also your interest. O si Jan parang guilty yata sa online games. But yeah, so those are your leisure time, at least to replenish also your brain cells, to keep up. Kasi importante yun siya. We need to nourish our brain cells. Okay? Sir, wala na kaming brain cells na ubos na. No, don't tell that to yourself. It's still there. It's still intact, okay? You're just telling yourself. The good thing about it is you have insight. you know that parang wala na akong brain cells nito. So ibig sabihin, you will find a way, to look for some leisure time. Wag naman yung leisure time na, 3 days na, 3 nights, 2 days doon sa Boracay or whatever. 'Di ba? So, yeah, just enough leisure time. After 6 months, and I guess you'll be okay. Magiging okay ka na. I guess you will be ready in your exam. Sometimes you feel like you're not ready. It's just normal. Probably like all students that will, probably like 99% students that are telling me or texting me before their exam, they always say like, feeling ko sir, hindi ako ready. No, you're just telling yourself that you are not. But you know what? The past 6 months that you did, in your preparation, I guess probably I would just say na, mataas lang siguro ang standard mo, that's why. Pero that's a good thing, you know. You set the bar so high. Ibig sabihin, you're really doing, hard work in preparing your exam. Diba? So, yeah, so I love to see, I love to see people who also do the Hope Talk, who inspire classmates. I really appreciate it. To those also the passers who texted me na, sir, pasado na ako. I really appreciate it because you're communicating with me. And coming from the bottom of my heart to Julie, most especially today is your day, doing the Hope Talk. And yeah, so I'm really proud of you. I'm so
Thank you
happy.
po. Sir. Thank you po sa inyo.
You're welcome. I appreciate it. Super, thank you sa trust na binigay mo sa IPAS. Okay?
100% sir. Sobra. Thank you po.
Thank you, Sir Jay, for the inspirational words and motivation for our students. We have a lot of takeaways coming from Sir Jay, and most especially from Ma'am Esther. No? But before we let you go, Ma'am Esther, we would like to present to you your IPAS certificate. This certificate is proudly presented to Julie Esther Gambol for successfully passing the NCLEX examination. These serve as a proof that the successful candidate indicated in this certificate is a safe nurse based on the USA Standards of Nursing Practice, signed by Sir J. Padong and Mark Zaspan. Congratulations, Ma'am Esther.
Parang kasing tatamount din po yan ng license po ng Illinois.
I can see Ma'am Julie is really a positive person. I can see it.
Yes.
Very positive. Guys, I hope na I hope ganun din yung ganun din kayo when you take your examination or when you prepare your exam. Be always positive. Okay?
I pass processing made easy for you.